All right, I want to get this in because the mainstream news is not talking about it. So we are. Jesse Waters talks about what's happening with the Trump assassination attempt and the shooter's family. Watch.
Fox News alert. The Congressional Task Force just surveyed the site where Trump was almost assassinated. At the same time, another group of congressmen in D.C. held a separate forum investigating the shooting. Other than a few congressmen, everyone's given up on the story. A former president's head was almost blown up on live TV, and we still don't know anything about the shooter. The media should be knocking on doors every day, but it's just Fox and the New York Post doing the legwork. The Post talked to a neighbor who said the shooter's family is an enigma. Quote, everybody around here knows each other, but no one knows them. You can ask anybody on the street. They barely know these people. I didn't even know their names. And the police aren't even stationed in the shooter's neighborhood anymore. It's been weeks since police were here. There's nothing happening. No police activity. That same neighbor, who wants to remain anonymous, says she doesn't think the shooter acted alone. What went on in that house? Why didn't they know their son was going through whatever he was going through, or that their son thought the way that he thought? I don't think he acted alone. That would be my best guess. Today, we're finding out the shooter's father hired a powerhouse criminal lawyer. Mr. Crooks hired John Quinn and Matthew Loge out of the Pittsburgh firm, Quinn Loge. These two guys are ranked as some of the top 50 lawyers in the country. They're super lawyers. How does the assassin's dad have the money to hire lawyers like this? And why did you have to hire defense lawyers if you had no idea what your son was up to? And who recommended the dad hire these lawyers?
All right, so Dutch, I mean, he brings up really good questions. We don't know the answers, obviously, but it is something that makes you think. This seems to be a lot more to the story.
Yeah, you know, I mean, people wonder why so many Americans get into the conspiracy world, because nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing about this adds up, makes sense. Obviously, someone is covering up things, and we're not being told about it. Gene, I don't want to over-spiritualize things, but I want to throw a verse in here that God's been giving me all day. Romans 8:28 says he causes all these negative things and adversity, the works of the enemy, to work together for good. And what a lot of people don't know is there are two words for good. One word means virtuous, good. It's made well, it looks good. But the other word adds to it good works, fruitfulness. It doesn't just look good and have virtue. It produces something good. And that's the word he throws in there. He says, I'm going to take all this bad stuff and I'm going to mix my power, my influence, my wisdom, my authority into it, because that's the word, what it means, mix it together and synergize. And he said, I'm going to turn it into something that brings forth fruit, good fruit in your life, good fruit in America, good fruit for Donald Trump. I tell you, God's behind the scenes working. I would be horrified if I was in the enemy's camp right now, because God is working these things for his purposes, and he's not going to be stopped.
Amen. And you know, 4 years ago, and 3 years ago, and 2 years ago, a year ago, we were saying all of these things, but we weren't seeing anything shift. We weren't seeing any movement. Now we're starting to see movement, Lance. We're seeing movement, and all of these things go, so maybe that's not the way it looked originally. Now we're seeing more. What do you think?
Well, I think that Dutch and you are onto something, which is that there was a period of time when Americans, such as we were part of that, would defend the country from what would seem to be irrational accusations of corruption and collusion, like, anti-American sentiment. But now what we have is an interesting moment. We are pro-American and do not trust the institutions. When you have Brennan, who was once an avowed communist in charge of the CIA, when you have Comey, who just came out in support of Kamala Harris, who himself was once a communist. When you start looking at the fact that this kid, who's 20 years old, was able to have drones, rangefinders, 3 encrypted devices that connected to Europe, that nobody could find any kind of a footprint for his social media background. He was radicalized by someone and went to a shooting range where their retired and other FBI and Department of Homeland Security employees who shoot at the same range in Butler. You begin to suspect that maybe you can't trust the narrative the FBI is giving you. And so Trump represents more to me than a candidate and a party and an election. He represents an opportunity to peel back a layer of the corruption, because RFK Jr. believes that his father and his uncle were set up with partial collusion by the U.S. intelligence agencies. So I would love to see him and Trump dig in and peel back that onion.
I agree. Rick, your thoughts?
Yeah, and Trump has already said he's going to give RFK that authority and
right.
you know, bring it all out, including an investigation into this assassination attempt. I was thinking about the picture you showed there that was Eli Crane, who's actually one of our Constitution Patriot Academy, went through our Constitution class, and my Congressman Chip Roy, Matt Gaetz, that group that's investigating kind of on their own. I know there's some conflict right now in Congress over whether their committee has authority or this other committee that's been appointed. But I was looking at that group of guys at that table, and I'm thinking, this is a group that will not hide truth and has no problem coming out and saying exactly what happened and are going to be really blunt with us. So that kind of excites me. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we've been asking for out of Congress with the J6 stuff, with everything else. So, I mean, I'm encouraged, and I think to Lance's point, you know, we didn't see this for a long time. And even on the conspiracy stuff, I mean, I would have said 5 years ago, you guys are nuts, the things you're saying. And now I'm saying the same exact things because we're using our brains. We're using logic. We see what's happening. We realize, unfortunately, our country is at this point exactly what Lance said, where we love our country. We would die for our country to be able to pass freedom to our kids, but we don't trust our institutions anymore because they've been taken over by the left. Well, what do we do about that? We take them back. And that's what's happening right now with the Flashpoint Army. They're not curling up in the fetal position and giving up. They're not going to just go away quietly and hope that somebody else takes care of it. They're stepping up. They're stepping out. They're running for office. They're getting involved in these campaigns. They're donating. They're knocking on doors. They're doing Constitution classes. I mean, I'm encouraged. I am so glad we live at this moment in time. And I'm so glad we're getting to see some of the evidence of those prophecies because I have to admit, my flesh side needs it, man. I have a hard time just hoping it's going to happen. I love being able to see some of this evidence that makes me even willing to go work harder.
I agree. All right.